So today what I want to do is talk a little bit about a pantry, keeping a pantry, and organizing a pantry. It's Gladys. We've been here before. Welcome back. If you are new, thank you for joining me on my journey. Hopefully you can learn some things that will help you as well. So my pantry's right here, and I'm really lucky. I have a designated space for it, and it's behind a door, and it's got pretty good storage in it. You may not have the same option, but the idea of keeping a pantry is about storing your food and storing enough food to help get you through should you not have access to food. It's just a matter of putting food aside to have available so you're not constantly having to go to the store to get it, because let's be honest, how much time could you save by not having to go to the store as often? So we're going to take a look at this today and talk about some tips I have. So the pantry has several different shelves, and what I like to do is do one shelf at a time. I don't have a ton of counter space, so it's easier for me to do one shelf at a time and then do the next one. You can do this differently if you want. But the basic steps and principles I follow on this, I wrote about in a book called Declutter One Small Space. And that is the idea. You don't overwhelm yourself with trying to do a big, massive kitchen clean out. You take one small space at a time. But you have to figure out what works best for you. So if it would be easier for you to empty out your entire pantry or whatever storage space you're working on, do that. That's most effective for you. But for me, I'm going to do one shelf at a time.
You may notice that everything I'm pulling out of my pantry is bought from the store. That's because I am not currently home canning. I don't have the equipment or the skills. And let it be a reminder that if your pantry looks the same, that's okay, because it's all about stocking up.
All right, the shelf is now empty, and now it's time to clean. I just use some soapy water, wipe everything down real good, and then I'll come back with clear water and wipe that off. And then I'll let it dry, which will give me a chance to sort through things. Shelf is drying out real good. I'm going to sort through all of the items here. Now the majority of this we go through pretty quickly. Canned vegetables and stuff, we eat that pretty quickly, so I know that those things aren't that old. I'm not really worried about them. But in the back there were some other things that we have had for quite a while. So those are the ones I'm going to double check the dates on, and if they're expired, then we have to consider what to do with them.
So here I am sorting through everything, looking at the expiration, sell by, best by, use by dates. Those all are a little bit different and they mean a little bit different things. I'm making sure that everything's kind of within the last few months even. Decide for yourself what a cutoff date is that you're not comfortable eating. And also note, sometimes it can be a real challenge to find where they've put the date on there.
All right, my pantry shelf is clean and dry, so it's time to start putting the things I am going to keep back in. And something to keep in mind is, especially if you have a lot of one item, is you want to put the oldest in the front and the newest in the back. And once you get this going, then it becomes the routine. Whenever you've got something new to add, it goes to the back and you eat what's in the front. That way you never have anything forgotten in the back.
When you're returning everything to the pantry, figure out the system that works best for you so that things don't get forgotten in the back.
As you're adding stuff back in, you may also want to wipe off or dust off the top of things. All right, so we've got this pantry shelf. decluttered, organized a little bit better, move some stuff around so that I don't forget about it, and move some stuff in the back that I know is there but just truly don't use that often. And that one's done. So now I can move on to another shelf, repeating the same process, and eventually within an hour or so, my entire pantry is going to be cleaned out. So I encourage you to follow these same steps that I did, and if you want some more help with it, there are links below where you can get my book, Declutter One Small Space. Inside the book is also a checklist to help you walk through each space. There is an ebook version and there is also a PDF version. And of course with the PDF version, you can print out that worksheet every time you use it. If you feel like you understand the principles and just want the worksheet, the link to that is also down below. You can purchase that, and again, print it out as many times as you need it and use it for each space as you go through. So that's all I've got for you today. Thanks for stopping by. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up. If you aren't subscribed, then join the channel and follow along. Until next time.